Hi, my name is Dorota Roszko. Welcome to the second part of Increase Your Hip Mobility series. In this second series, we're going to look at some slightly more complex hip drills. All you need is a little bit of space and a mat and a yoga block or a book. Without further ado, let's begin. We're going to start in the same setup we did in our first video, with the legs wide apart and the arms back behind. Bring your knees to one side and then the other. I'm sure you remember this one already. From here, you can try to take the hands towards your chest instead. So today we're going to add some hip extension to this movement. So as you drop the knees to one side, contract your glutes and come up onto your knees. Push your hips forward. Sit back down, bring the legs to the other side, and let's do it on the other side. So really engaging the glutes to push the hips forward. Very good. Let's try one more on each side. And then last one. And of course, you can do many more reps. And the first video, we had our legs extended and we were trying to lift the leg without changing the position of our back. So in the second part, we're going to add an extra challenge by placing a block or a book next to the leg, which gives us great feedback. So set for success, starting on the lowest setting, hands to the sides, engaging the belly, lengthening up through the spine, pointing the toes, bring the leg up and over the block without touching it. Let's try just 4 to start with. And of course, if that's feeling comfortable enough, you're welcome to take the hands off the floor. Try the other leg. And for those of you who found it easy, you're welcome to try the higher setting. Yeah, so again, the idea would be not to touch the block. So either with the hands on the floor or the hands next to your chest. So bring the leg up and over without bending the knee. Let's try the other side. Very good. And again, of course, you could do many more reps. I would advise to start with 4 to 6 and then maybe increase it to about 10 reps. Let's look at our hip extension. Lying down on your back today with the feet about hips width apart. From here, take a deep breath in to prepare, then feet start pressing against the floor. Contract your glutes, bring the hips up, and then once you're there, think of your knees and your hips being in one line. Another thing which helps me is thinking of the knees driving forward so I can get more length here. And then bring it back down, contracting the glutes, hips up and hips down. Let's just try another few. And then from here, we're going to roll over onto our bellies for another exercise to improve our hip extension. So you're welcome to rest your forehead on the floor. I'm not going to do that so that you can hear me, so that I don't touch the mic. You could also place one hand on top of the other and rest your forehead here, and that's what I'm going to do. From here, first things first, find length. So think of your toes reaching all the way back. Then without lifting the hips from the floor and without bending the knee, bring one leg up so the hip bone still presses down, and then bring it back down. Same with the other leg, bring it back down. So what we want to avoid is this. Yeah, so keeping the legs really, really strong, engaging the front of your thighs, so your quads. So you should feel your glutes engaging really, really well here. And the last one for today, we're going to add some abduction drill. So abduction means taking the leg, in that case, away from the midline of our body. So let's find all fours. And by all means, if you need to modify, you're also welcome to rest the elbows on the floor, or you can rest the elbows on top of the block if you prefer not to bear weight on your wrists. Start pushing the floor away, extending the elbows. You can start with the knees together or slightly apart. Keep your belly engaged and take your right leg out to the side. So we're going to try to lift the leg off the floor without moving the rest of the body. It sounds easy, but it's not easy at all. So push the floor away, engage, bring the leg up and down, up and down. So what often wants to happen is this, yeah? So making sure that the arms remain engaged and that the left hip doesn't move to the side. Let's try the other side. Left leg out to the side, push the floor away, engage the belly, lift the leg, bring it back down. Try to keep the leg extended, so again, engaging the front of your thigh, engaging the quads. And then back to all fours. I hope you enjoyed these, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in part 3.